Hey, we're live. How's it going? All the people, though nobody's here yet. I just picked Discord. I'm sure people will be showing up soon. But we're going to be picking out some sound effects today. And it's going to be a lot of fun to pick out all those sound effects. Some of the sound effects, I figure we'll go through and actually just make a list of all the sound effects that we need. And then add those to the game eventually. Right now, we're just looking at the main menu, but I did some more off-screen mining. I added this, so now we can actually add sounds and music. And I finished writing the music, so maybe we'll sample that as well, but that's what we got here. I really like this menu so far because it's unusual. It doesn't change screen. Ryan Pog, what's up? How's it going? But yeah, I'm really loving this menu. This is still a placeholder, so we're going to be changing this. But I love this menu because it's really simple, very clean, and then things just... I love how this is just like part of the screen. Although someone told me that I should change out the words music and sound for symbols. That way I don't have to change it depending on what language you speak. Accidental Accident, how's it going? Hello, Accidental Accident. Ryan Pog, hey. What are you guys up to? How's it going? You're here to help me pick out some sounds for the game. We're going to be picking out some sound effects. Where are we at? We are at the point where we need to add music and sound. So it's like almost done. I'll show you. Check it out. Here's my list of things to do. Here's unnecessary things to add. And here's necessary things to add. We still need to add credits. We're going to do a special credit thing we talked about last stream. Music, sound effects, and then I need 3 cutscenes, and the game's pretty much done. So that's about it. Dorcat, how's it going? He's arrived. Welcome, Dorcat. Kumbert, what's up? It's not a stream without Kumbert here. He almost always makes it. How much does your game cost? There's gonna be a free demo that cost about I don't know, like $3. So the free demo will be not very expensive at all. Like $3, like I said. So yeah, that's I'm really liking the menu. I do need to actually get an official logo. It can't just be this, but then again, it could be this. I mean, it's kind of cool. It works, but I feel like it needs a little bit of something extra, a little bit better, and a different subtitle. We talked about this last time. The introverted roguelike. It's the introverted roguelike. You don't have to see people when you play this game. Yeah, the free demo will cost like $3, maybe $4. We'll see. It won't be a very expensive free demo. But the cool thing is, in the free demo, you get the whole game. But yeah, this subtitle needs to be something different. We talked about last time that I'm trying to say it again. The introverted roguelike. The inverted roguelike is a little pretentious because there could be another one out there. I've never heard of one. I've never seen one. So, maybe it's true. If I keep this subtitle, it needs to be changed to uninverted roguelike, or just something else completely different. I saw a suggestion in a comment somewhere. They suggested doing something like, I can't remember. It was something like you can't take it back, or cost no takebacks, or cost choice, something that suggested that choices matter, or like, you're down, once you're down the path, you can't go back, kind of thing. That might have been it. You can't go back, or something like that, which is kind of cool. I don't know if it's quite perfect, but I like the idea of it being something deeper than just describing the game, So it'd be cool if it described the game, but also had the other stuff. 3 try. What do you mean 3 try? Credits, I believe. 3 credits. 3, yeah. 3 intergalactic credits. So yeah, I guess. Okay, we're doing sound effects. I finished writing some music, and so maybe we'll show that later. But right now, we're gonna work on the sound effect. So using this, that's not the thing. Using Discord, we're gonna go ahead and make a list. So this is my stuff to do. We're gonna make a new list. This is gonna be sound effects to add. And we're going to just list out everything that we might be needing to add as far as sound effects go. Maybe I should make that all caps like I have done before. Sound Sound effects to add. Can I like make this bigger? No, I can't. That's kind of lame. It's kind of lame. You guys have to look way down here. I could do this. I could just like enter a bunch of times. We're gonna need to anyway. Not that much. Okay, and this way we can kind of see. I'll go back one more. This way we can kind of see what we're going to be doing. It's more in the center of the screen. You know what I mean? Cost the point of no return. It could be. Well, the bad sound effects option makes it. Will the bad sound effects option make it to release? Yeah. Well, right now there aren't any sound effects, but if there are bad sound effects, they might make it to release. I guess it depends. So one of the things that a lot of indie devs struggle with when it comes to sound effects that I've noticed is they don't add enough. So here's the game. Let's make it full screen. Here's the game. Right now there are no sound effects, but I notice a lot of the times indie developers add sound effects and they do it for the things that you'd expect sound effects to be on, but they neglect many things that should have sound, but then they don't. Your Discord server is freaky right now. Uh-oh, are people doing weird things? Are people doing weird things on Discord? Do I need to ban people? I can't tell. I can't tell quickly. Let me get back to this. I'll go ban people after the stream. How about that? Artindi play Squishcraft. I don't know what that is. So no, we're making a game right now. We're not playing games. Oh, another thing I added just between streams, the bombs. We talked about adding this. You can kill the bombs now. See, I just killed that one. I got lucky, got a crit on it. But they take 3 hits, and then I think when they're buffed due to, oh, see, I hit it in 1 hit that time too. Let's see, is there another bomber? Here's a bomber. So 1, 2, 3. There's another one. Oh, I got it first hit. 1, 2, 3. So, and I think that's just a lot better. I think it'll take 5 hits once they get buffed. But then, yeah, it's a lot better. And then also when you revive, I improved the effect of that because I fixed a bug where a lot of stuff just wasn't appearing. Okay, let's do it right here. So you die and then you revive, and that was a little awkward, but yeah, the debris is appearing again. It was bugged out and wasn't appearing. When you kill a robot, it spawns debris that goes flying everywhere, and for a while it wasn't. Oh, I died. It wasn't because it was broken and it was kind of lame. But now it's fixed. Got it all better. Anyway, what I was saying is a lot of times with indie devs, they neglect to add sounds to everything that they could, and instead opt for just important things. So you would get a sound of walking, you'd get the sound of your attack, you get the sound of attacks landing, and maybe the sound of the player getting hit. And these are all important things to add sounds to, but then they don't add sounds for other things, like maybe the debris that you see flying around, or the jumping, or that laser beam that just fired. This laser beam, you'd get a sound when it starts as well as when it fires, and maybe when it cools down too. Or the saws, or anything else, or even like these grates. Would the footsteps sound different when you're over one versus when you're not? Or would there's another one that I was thinking of, or like these little things on his back, which is supposed to be like it's supposed to represent the revive. So once you die and revive, then it resets. And now you can't see it anymore, so you can kind of see that like that. But yeah, there's just lots of stuff to add sound effects to. So let's go ahead and make a list of everything that we need sounds for, and then we will make or find those sounds. Where is it? Here we go. I'm hungry. Eat some food, Supinator. Look up Squishcraft. What is Squishcraft? Squishcraft. Squishcraft on Steam. Oh boy, it looks really dumb. Yeah. Yeah, it looks really stupid. I'm gonna pass. All right, sound effects. So we got player. Let's do it just normal player. Let's see, footsteps. And oops. Footsteps, attack. Would the attack make a different sound depending on how large the weapon is? Because the weapon can change sizes. Hi Festus BH, how's it going? Hi, welcome. I'm listing out everything. Feel free to list things that you think should make a sound in the game that you've seen. Right now I'm listing player, but we're gonna have things like the enemies. Oh, I just hit enter. Crap. I gotta re-enter all those. All right. Enemies. There's 5 enemies, and each of them might have different sounds. We have the charger. What's the other one? The path bot. The cannon. The bomb cannon. And those are, I think there's only four enemies actually, but then there's also the floor hazard. We'll call it the floor saw. And then each of these might have their own unique sounds. So the cannon is the only one that doesn't move. All the other ones do move. So we would need things like movement sound. Let's do moving. Dealing damage. In the tubes, the miscanetary in the tube should make an ambient sound. Liquid in the tubes and machinery in the tube should make an ambient sound. So let's add that. Ambient sounds. Ambient sounds. And that will give a lot of character and feel of environment. Most of the stuff in games and movies is communicated in sounds. It's like a large percentage of what the player or audience understands about what they're seeing is based on what they're hearing. Add a 1% chance of any moment for the player to cough. Coughing doesn't affect the gameplay. I mean, humans do cough. They'd be like, what the heck is that? Moving, dealing damage, dying. It might be the same sound for a lot of them, but dying will be something that we'll have to add to each of them. So we're still going to include it on this list for each one, even if the sound ends up being the same thing, because it has to be implemented still. So moving, dealing damage, dying. We could do attacking. Some of them have attacks. In this case, the charger might, although it just kind of runs at you. So, or we could do being hit, because they don't always die when they're. So let's do getting. That's a B. Getting hit. Okay, and then we can copy paste this down through for each of them. See, it's a really small game, but already you can see there's going to be lots of sounds. So the floor saw is going to be a little different because it does not move. Oh, also the bomb cannon. Or no, the regular cannon. The regular cannon does not move, and the floor saw does not move as well. It does deal damage, but it cannot die. So we'll take that away. And it can't get hit either. So actually the saw is just going to be there, but it should have some ambient sounds. So we're going to come out to here and do ambient saw sounds, because it's just going to be on all the time. Put Subway Surfer gameplay in the bottom right corner. No, you just get chat in the bottom right corner. You can see what you're saying. Can dying be just you yelling to your mic for 10 seconds? Like, ugh! No. We're gonna have to do something else. It won't be my voice. I've decided I'm never gonna voice act in my own games unless I'm literally playing myself in the game. Like if I make a How to Fail at Indie Game Development, the game, then of course my voice will be in it. Otherwise, I don't voice act in my own games. Ambient sounds. Someone suggested doing like a, what was it, like a tube? What was it? Kumbert, you said liquid and tubes, and then machinery. We should do like distant machinery sounds. Oh wait, we can just do 1, 2, 3, 4. Distant machinery. If I could spell machinery. 1, 2, 3, 4. What was it, like tubes or something? I think fans could be good. Like a fan sound, maybe when you run down hallways especially. Okay, and the players, we got footsteps, attack. All of his abilities will need something. Should we have the shield? The shield, and the shield charges up. It gets hit. And it breaks. So the shield will break after a while. And then charges up. That's that every time you kill something, then it adds a charge to that. So that's one of the things there. And then we have the revive. And that just happens once, but that's a thing. But there's going to be a revive ambient sound as well, because it's just on. It's those sparks that you see on your back. So we'll do revive ambient. I can't spell ambient. There's an E, not an A. Other things with the player. Death sound. Jump sound effect. Let's see. Attack shield. We could add a hit sound effect, but the thing is, if you get hit, you die. Like it's a one hit thing. Mr. Cost, do you hear me? Mr. Costs. What? Coots. This is reserved for bad sound effect option. Oh, okay. Can dying be? Oh, you already read that. So that's what we have so far. We're also gonna need a sound effect in the end room. Let me show you. Actually, I'm gonna hit enter just so we have that saved. Holy cow, that's a long list. So over here, oh, I closed it, didn't I? That's weird. End room. Where is it? End room. Here it is. The end room scene. This will need its own sound effects as well. Oh yeah, we need UI sound effects. So here, these are basically buttons. Oh, I need to fix some of the mouse stuff. Why did it crash? That's weird. So these are basically buttons here, both the tubes and the people. So I'll have to make sounds probably when you hover and when you click. Also, this button should have a different sound effect. And then when you're actually playing the game too, let's pick two of these. When you're playing the game too, you have this UI that's here. So we'll need a sound for when it comes up, as well as when each of these tabs float up. So it'll be like a, I don't know, some kind of electronic yet metallic sound maybe, or maybe like glass sliding. Are you testing games and then tell what to improve or what? I am actually working on my own game. So this is my game. It's called Cost. It's an inverted roguelike where you lose abilities instead of gain them. And right now we're working on adding sound effects. We're making a list of all the sounds that we'd need. But sometimes I do play games from the community and give feedback on how they could be improved or what's good about them. I haven't done it for a little while. I wanted to do it this weekend, but I have something else going on Saturday. So it might be next week on Saturday that we'll do that. I have a few games that I can play lined up already, and then I could take games from the community as well, just from chat. But yeah, no, we're actually adding sound effects to our games. Or like, look, in this room, we could add something for this, just a little sound there. If we really wanted to go hard, we could add a sound for when you like walk over a light. Like when you're like right next to a light, you actually hear an ambient sound. And then even if you're just this far away, you don't really hear it anymore. But that would be extra cool, especially the hallways, because there's a lot of hallways that you can walk down. It just crashed again. That's a little weird. There's a lot of hallways that you can run down, and there's lights lining the hallway, and it'd sound really cool if you could like hear the lights as you walked past them. Are the ability icons holographic or glass? I think they're glass, actually. So they're glass with like an image cast into them with a light. So yeah, I just unplugged my headset. So let's add that to the list here. Man, it's a long list already. Edit. So we have, what was it, end room? The end room. End room, which will include hover, click, hover and select. We'll just do hover and select, because most everything in the end room is just buttons. Art style is good, to be honest. Most of the YouTubers on game dev are so bad at making one, but yours looks like an actually cool project. I wouldn't be able to differ from a professional team project on Steam. Hot diggity, that's what I like to hear. You haven't even actually seen like the gameplay, right? You've never seen it before? Now that you said that, I gotta show you, right? Because you've only seen like right here, and I guess the menu and the end room. But like, here's the gameplay. There's really not. That's not that impressive. It's crashing for some reason though. That's not good. Yeah, professional like Steam, except it's crashing. But it is a work of project. That's fair. Gameplay is cool. I might have to fix crashing at some point. I don't know how long this stream will be, because I don't know if I want to find crash bugs on a stream. That's really boring. All right, maybe I can play just a little bit. I think I know why it's crashing though. I think it's because I'm accidentally clicking on a button that's invisible. Because the menu here, if you click this button, it'll close the game. And I think the button is still present even though you can't see the menu. I think it's still floating right here. And so we could test that actually right now. It's right here, but if I go back to play, and if I click in this empty space, yep, that's what it is. I've just gotten unlucky and clicked in that space twice. So that's not too hard of a fix, but I don't know if I want to do it. Well, I guess I'll have to do it on stream if we're going to be adding sound effects. I can't be adding sound effects without, well, no, I can still play. I just can't click right there. Then we're fine. I wonder if I can like shrink the screen if I click. Yeah, I can. That's the minimize button right there. Can I turn on, I wonder if I can turn on the sound and audio controls. Yep, music sound. Ah, yeah. That's not a bug, it's a feature. Access the menu while playing without opening the menu. What's your opinion on Click Team Fusion? I'm currently using for a big game I'm developing for 2 years already. What's your opinion? I've never heard of Click Team Fusion. What is it? Do enlighten me. Is it a game engine? Is it like a mouse-based game engine or something? That's what it sounds like to me, but maybe I'm totally wrong. Oh, you can kill the bombs now, so you don't. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So if you prioritize keeping a strong weapon as you lose abilities without buffing the enemy bombs, then you could potentially never have to worry about dodging bombs until like the very end, because you could just kill them. If you keep the crit especially, then you have a large chance of killing bombs before they go off. But yeah, that's the game. Anyway, let's keep listing the sound effects. getting me distracted over here. Why doesn't the game start up at the menu? Good question. I was going to have it start up at the menu, and then you press play, and then it goes into the game. But because the game is so simple, and I've thought about this before, not in depth, not until I was making it myself, but I've thought about this before while playing other people's games. They have a full main menu, and most everything that's on the menu is just this. Like, you have volume control, and you have well, you might have options to save and load, but this game is so short, and because it's a roguelike, you don't get to save. You have to play it and win it in one sitting. There's no save feature. And so because there's no save feature, I didn't see any point in having a main menu. And I did need a pause menu, and so I figured, why not have the main menu also be the pause menu? So when you start the game, it won't start like this. It will start here, but then it's basically just the game starts with the pause menu on. And so it feels like the main menu, but anytime you pause, it just takes you to the main menu, and then you can continue. And so because of how much there wasn't going to be in the main menu, I was like, there's no need. I could just combine the two into a pause menu and start the game in the pause menu. And I feel like most indie games could do this because there's just not enough content for them. Unless they have a save feature where you can save and load games. But because I don't have that, I saw no need. I didn't feel like I needed to make two menus, both a main menu and a pause menu. Unless I was trying, the only reason I could think of, I need to fix that. I need to add a delay. The only reason I could think of is to make it more immersive. Because I was thinking about doing a pause menu where maybe, because this is supposed to be his left arm that you're looking at down here. So I was thinking potentially for the pause, the left arm would come up, like I'd animate it coming up all the way to the center of the screen, and then you'd have options like on the underside of this armband thing, which would be a little bit more immersive rather than the whole screen just going blink. But then at the same time it wouldn't be, because why would him raising his arm a little bit higher freeze everything in the whole world? So yeah, I don't know. I felt like it was the easiest, simplest option just to get the game done. I could have polished it more, tried to make it more immersive, added two menus, but I don't see the need. Anyway, that's the long answer. That was a very, very long answer. Good question, though, I suppose. Okay, he says. But the game runs for a little before the pause menu opens. It does. I'm manually opening it. Right now I have the pause menu turned off because I was getting tired of having to open and close it every single time, or to close it every time when I was testing things. And so right now it just goes right into the game. But for when the game ships, you'll start here, and then when you press play, you'll appear. So yeah, it'll start with the pause menu on. Right now it's just off for testing purposes. Okay, end room, hover and select. We'll have to do the confirm button. Let's edit this. The goal is to make this list disappear. We're definitely not going to be able to do all these today in this stream, but most importantly, we're going to list everything and then try to get at least a few in this stream. This could take probably a couple days, maybe even a week of effort to add all these sound effects, depending on the quality we want. But I want a nice quality, so might take a while. Hover and select. We're going to have the confirm button. Confirm. How do you spell confirm? That's not. It's confirm, or how do you spell it? Confirm. That's it, right? Confirm. Oh, I wanted to hit control enter. My bad. I think that's all. Oh no, we need ambient sounds in the end room. Ambient sounds, including. Let's add the M in there. Including, but not limited to, the water tanks. There's those sparks that you see on the side. Check it out. End room. Quality over quantity, huh? Both. We're going to be adding a lot of sounds, but then we're also going to be adding quality sounds, ones that make sense, like it feels like they belong. So this wire sparks. I feel like we need a little bit of a when it happens. Or something. And then just ambient sounds, like we'll probably want some machinery sound effects, maybe some screen sounds like the buzzing of a screen. Definitely some bubbly sounds. Oh, we never added bubbles to this. We need to do that. All right. Let's do sparks, and then before I forget it, I need to add that to the things definitely need to do. Water tanks, sparks, machinery, close enough, and what's the screens. Some of these might be a maybe, but like the more sounds you have, the better, in my opinion. I think the best approach to sound design is to add sounds to like literally everything you can see, whether it makes sense or not. If it would make a sound in real life, add that sound, get a sound in there, and then you can eliminate sounds so that there's not too much sound pollution while playing. You know what I mean? The doctor's elbow still goes a little out of the tube. Wait, really? It's like right there. There's a little bit of space. It's the coat though. Look at the coat. It's like right up against there. But actually the bending of light that you would experience with a tube like this, they would appear like they're outside of the tube actually. So this isn't very naturally looking. If we're trying to go more realistic, her elbow would look like it's over here and the coat would look like it's over here. I think that's how light would bend in a tube from this perspective. It would like magnify things to the point where the edges of what's in the tube would look like it's outside of the tube. But yeah, fun thought though. Oi, hello there, Artindi. What? How did you type that and not Artindi? Orandier. That'll be my new name. Arandir. Artruzzi? Okay, but how's it going, Rasping Python? Right now we're working on making the list of all the sound effects we want to add. And we just were listing sound effects in the end room. Let's do... We'll probably reuse some of the ambient sounds for the end screen. I don't know if there's going to be very many sounds in the end screen. It's mostly just going to be music, I think. But we'll list it here just in case. It's mostly just going to be ambient. I'm just going to list it like that. That should be good enough. Excuse me. And then there'll be sounds as well for the cutscenes. They're going to be really short cutscenes, but that will be something that we'll do differently because I don't have the cutscenes made yet, so no need to add the sounds yet. Also, did you add animations for sword swinging and walking? No. Well, sort of, but they're not super good. I probably need to improve them. Let's take a look. So walking, he kind of bobs up and down. I might need to add his arms. I could also reduce the profile of his body, but I didn't want to affect his collision shape from being a circle, so I tried to keep his body mostly a circle still. His actual like hitbox is slightly like just inside, so his shoulders are actually poking out of the hitbox, I believe. Oh, my attack speed. I forgot that I lost that buff. And then when he swings, if you'll look right next to his right shoulder, you can see that there's nothing attached to the weapon. So I feel like we could add a little bit of green from his sleeves, because like when he dies, you can see he's got arms. The bobs up and down kind of doesn't show his walking. That's fair. Yeah, that could be improved. I think adding some arms could work, but he's not necessarily walking either. He's more of like running, maybe? I don't know. It depends. You should add his arms for like walking as well. Yeah, I think so. I think adding his arms a little bit better. Like this is still actually the placeholder art. So thanks for pointing that out, because I was feeling like I was almost done, but now I realize I still got a few things to improve and polish. I probably would have noticed it myself anyway, but I appreciate you pointing it out. Let's see, edit message. We're gonna add those in right here. Let's see, better player and why am I capitalizing stuff? Player animations, like arms for attack and walking, and maybe even jumping. We could have his arms like come up from the sides when he jumps, like boink, you know. I'm in high school now, have been since September. That's pretty cool. Better player animations. Okay, and what was the other thing? There was something else I was like, I need to not forget to add this note. Oh, shoot. And I was like, man. I don't remember now. There was another thing. And I told myself to not forget to add it. And then I just barely. It was like 7 minutes ago for when he dashes. Dash animations for me. So he's not actually dashing. He's just jumping. But his jump makes him move a little bit forward as well. Because I hate the cliche of dashes. So there is no dash animation. It's literally just a jump. So I think the jump animation could be improved by having his arms come up, because most people when they jump, they fling their arms up in the air anyway. So I think that would that could help sell it, and make the legs bend when he jumps. That could help too. I could have like one leg poke out from behind him, like he kicked off. But not always, because you can jump in place. So that's why it's not a dash. A dash you always have to move, but in this you can literally, oh my, I need a drink of water. My throat all of a sudden got so dry. Replace the tubes with beds. So check it out, you can jump in place. Boink, boink. So I think his arms poking out, like if you see his elbows and his wrists, I can't point at it because he moves with my mouse, but I think having his arms poke out right when you jump could help sell the effect of him jumping. Although I'll have to be careful because I can't have his arm poking out while he jumps. Yeah, it'll be just a really short thing, because I can't have it conflict. Like if he attacks while jumping, I can't have those two animations conflict, so I'll have to experiment and see how I can pull that off. I'd hate to add some logic just to see if he's jumping, and then if he is jumping, to prioritize one animation over the other. I'd rather just be able to play the animation when something happens and then have them not conflict. It looks like a big blob instead of a body. I suppose so. Until he dies, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's hard to convey it from a top-down perspective, though, so maybe I need to just do some tweaking. To be fair, this is still the placeholder art that I put in there. And I was like, oh, that looks pretty good, and then I just haven't actually done anything with it. The arms are non-existent. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, hi, been a while. What is the game? Me5, how's it going? The game is Cost. It's the same game that you might have seen in a past stream, unless you've only watched me streaming when I play other people's games. Oh, man. My throat is so dry all of a sudden. It's a inverted roguelike where you lose abilities rather than gain them. Here's all your abilities. Movement speed, attack range, full circle attack, shields restores with kills, 20% chance critical hit, revive once per cycle, and increase attack speed. So they're all passive abilities, and as you play, if you beat a round, then you lose one ability, and you have to keep going until you can win it with only one ability. So first time through is really easy, and then it just gets harder as you go. But you get to select which ability you lose, which is kind of cool. Adds a little bit of strategy. But not only that, you get to select which ability you lose, but you also get to select which aspect of the environment gets harder at the same time. So, you know, a little bit of strategy there, more than just the gameplay. Anyway, back to deciding on what sound effects we still need. And I can't remember the other thing I was supposed to add. Well, shoot, I'm sure I'll remember sooner or later. But yeah, okay, we also need menu. Maybe I'll just start doing it in a different thing. We're gonna do menu sound effects. And this is mostly, here, we'll do it large. Menu sound effects. This is mostly just like mouse clicking stuff, so we'll need a hover sound effect. Oh, keep working on this one. A hover, a click, was that it? Hover and click, maybe a release sound, because you can release the one thing. The sound effects, so you can click and drag and release. So we'll probably need something when you drag it as well. And there might be a custom sound effect for the credits. A sound effect for menus, the menu opening. Yeah, there's a lot of sound effects. See, and people just forget about this stuff. When you open the menu, like, see how it fades out, fades in? You need a sound effect for that. It feels like it's empty without it. And then same with this, when this fades in and fades out. Potentially, you could add a sound effect for when you go full screen. But I don't know if that's necessary, because that's kind of silly. But you could. I mean, who's going to stop you? So hover, click, release, drag. When it fades in, fade out. And then we'll probably need some special credit sound effects. The credits aren't actually in there yet, so we'll have to add that probably a different time for sure. Oh, what about calming music in menu and more electronic and digital music during levels? Yes, music are a thing. In fact, why don't we take a little break? I think we've listed pretty much everything. If you think of anything, be sure to point it out. I'm going to try to be looking for it too, but I'm going to pause this music so I can show you some of the final music that I've made. I still need to make a few more songs. Just like you said, I need to make a song for the menu. It'll be a much more chill, like maybe like almost like a hum sort of music, or just like some voices like ooh. I don't know. I'll have to actually play around with it when I get there. Okay, let me open this. Recently opened. We got the cost alt OST. Where are the other? Why isn't it? Here we go. So I have 7 versions of the same song, and they change in intensity. So yeah, maybe like a choir, or maybe like just like a harp, like a whee, or that wasn't a harp, but you know what I mean. Like it's just something really crisp but calm. So I have 7 versions of the same song. I'm gonna open up just a few of them. I'm gonna open up like the first one, the middle one, and the last one. File, open. So we'll do like we'll do 4. It seems like it's increased intensity, by the way. Yeah, no bosses. There are no bosses. What about male grunts when he swings? Oh, that could be good. Just some like voice, a little bit of voice or something. Let me add that. Edit. I'm not 100% sure if I will add a voice, but we might need it, especially like if you attack and you don't hit anything, maybe you still need to have a grunt. We'll do grunts, and we'll just do grunts. Might need that. And maybe like on a % chance he grunts when you like jump and land, right? If he gets hit though, it's either going to be hitting his shield, which we should have a sound effect for. If his shield isn't on and he gets hit, he dies. And so you get 1 hit. That's basically it. Okay, and then I'm gonna open this one more time so we can look at the intense version. I'm gonna show off what I got for. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Just open the software. Silly Windows. Discard. Open the last one. And they change in intensity as you go. And the idea is the first time, as you're playing, when you have all your abilities, the music won't really be that intense. It'll just be like, whatever. And then each time you lose an ability, the music will grow progressively more intense as you go. In fact, I'm gonna open the. I said I was gonna open 3, but I'm gonna open number 2 just so you can see the step from 1 to 2. There, we'll open 2 as well. Okay, so at number 1, this is what you'll hear right when you start the game, and you're not in the menu, like you're actually playing. So nothing that crazy. It does get like some different parts of the music. So there's a little bit of variety as you go, but it's really chill. And then if you get through the first round and you lose one ability, then it goes to this. These are from software. Okay, so you can kind of see how it's grown in intensity. So by the time you get to the 4th round and you've lost 4 abilities, it'll be this. Okay, and then the very last round, when you only have 1 ability, I even increased the tempo to make it feel a little bit more intense. From the suggestion of one of the people watching the stream last time. This is what the final intensity will be. And like I said, there's a couple bridges where it sounds a little different, like right here. Yep. But yeah, I missed a comment from Raspbian Python though. If you wanted it to be more advanced in the music, you could create multiple different tracks, each with a different instrument that gets layered on top of the first melody based on what you remove. Oh yeah, that'd be pretty cool. So like the what was this? The percussion. The percussion gets removed if you remove the length of your sword, and then you get the wub wub or whatever it is. It's like this. I forgot what it's called. I'm gonna look up. Oh, I can't look it up. Oh, I forgot what it's called. It's this sound. Maybe that gets added if you select a certain ability. That would be pretty cool. But it's kind of hard to do that though, because if you don't have the drums, it doesn't feel that intense. So you kind of have to add the drums at a certain time for it to work. I do like the idea. It just wouldn't quite work. This sounds like Soul's Cinder boss theme from Dark Souls 3 at some parts. Cool. If you ever do get bored enough though, make a boss fight or something once you have 0 abilities. That would be pretty dope. I did think about adding a boss, but it just super isn't needed. But Me 5, the next video probably be about how to fail at RNG, unless I make it about something else before that. But that is the plan right now. I just haven't put a lot of time towards making videos because I've been working on this game so much. Yeah, so that's where we're at on music. And you are correct. Who was it? I think it was, I can't remember who. Somebody said it, that we're going to need music for the other parts of the game as well. And it's true. I need to write at least 3 more songs. One for when you are in the menu. And so it will turn off whatever current level of intensity that song normally is playing, and we'll turn on a different song. And it'll be something almost like the music you hear now, I imagine. Just something like, well, maybe not quite that much piano, but you know, something really like pause menu feel, right? And then in the end room, we'll need different music as well. Because it shouldn't be intense at this point. You would take your time to make your choice. And then also when you die, so there's a different screen that will show up when you die, and it'll probably be a song that plays some kind of intense music right when you die. So let me die real quick. There's the revive and the death. Okay, so there should be some intense music when at the moment of death. That's just like, you know, the death music that you hear whenever you die. A lot of games do that, you know, and whenever you hear this that 4-second jingle, you're like, oh, I died. And then some other song will play right here, and the song has to be really boring, not a lot of melody, I think, because they could sit on the screen for a long time until they hit new game or close the game. So yeah, which they can, oh, they can't access, oh no, they can, yeah. Pause menu is still accessible from here, but it just goes back to here. So you could still leave the game by hitting escape. But yeah, that's where we're at. Yeah. So anyway, I think we have listed all the sound effects that we're going to need. Maybe we should actually start looking for some sound effects. What should we do first? What sound? Any votes? What, in your humble opinion, should we add a sound effect to first? And do the same. Let's see. Make sure you remember to use the use of leitmotifs. Try to have it match the melody of the levels. Yes. Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna have it be a play on the melody from the level, but it'll be like a really chill version of that melody, I think, for when you're in the end room especially. The pause menu, it might be a little different. It'll at least be in the same key, because you'll be hearing the pause menu right next to the song that you were hearing. So I'll keep it in the same key, maybe even make it sound like the same song, but just like everything's turned off, right? So it like flows smoothly. And then for what was the other one? The death screen, I don't know what is going to be there. I might still have some similar motifs. I probably will, because that's what I've done in the past, but yeah. The ability removal section should be sounding slow and menacing, because it's daunting and a hard decision to decide who to save. That's a good idea. So it should still be like intimidating, but not aggressive. Not like you gotta go right now, but more like you better think carefully. I like that idea. You should do all the sounds you can make right now, like grunts. I won't be doing, like I mentioned this before. I don't know if you're on the stream already. I won't be doing any voice acting for any of my games. So if there's grunts, it won't be me doing them. I'll be finding grunts from some free source online, or I'll hire a voice actor. But yeah, the pausing and the unpausing should have a sound. This is true, actually. Let's see, have I added that? Ambient sounds, end room, end screen, menu sound effects. Oh no, I did add that. Fade in and fade out. So when you pause and when you unpause, there will be a sound effect. No, that's for the bad sound effects option, the voice acted sound effects. Yeah, if we do the bad sound effects version, it would just be me making all the sound effects with my own voice and then banging my desk. Like, here's the walking sound effect. There's way too many indie games that do that, and it annoys the heck out of me. Oh, they do their sword sound effect, like zoom, sing, zoom. And I'm like, no, like freesound.org. It's easy. Here it is. Freesound.org. Log in. You almost saw my password. All the stars that make up my password. All right. What should we do first? Did someone say hire? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Are you looking for a job? You have voice actor. Bye. Catch you later, Me5. Sorry I didn't see the bye till now. You might have already left. Oh well. If you watch it back, which you really won't, but if you watch it back, you'll know that I said hi. The game would look like it would have a Ghost Runner music. Ghost Runner music. I don't know what Ghost Runner is, that movie? But I think the current one is good. Just have a wind slice sound effect instead of something. A wind slice sound effect. That could be good. Do walking first. I feel like I have sound effects for walking. So, here's a trick on free sounds. If you look up footsteps, which obviously I have before because it showed up in my search, you get really bad like results. Like that kind of works. It's hard to find something that, like, what the heck is that? Somebody like banging on a mailbox. That's not bad. But I found what works well sometimes is looking up things that are similar but different. So I think I did bricks once, and I found a great walking sound effect. Nope. I might not be able to find it now. Oh, these are all Lego bricks. See, bricks grinding, brick waterfall, brick scrape, bricks falling. Nope. Brick dropped on other bricks. Nope. Maybe we should just stick to footsteps. But I've had a lot of luck by just looking up something similar. Let's see. Rocks. Clap rock.
Number 8.
Okay. Yeah, let's go back to footsteps. Footsteps. He's got some big feet. Look up walking on glass for walking on the lamps. Walking on glass, it's all just going to be like the crunching of glass sound effects. People walking on broken glass. Right now, I'm not going to add different walking sound effects. It's just going to be a generic one. Yeah, that's a little watery. It almost kind of works. Here, let me turn the music off. I'm going to turn this up a bit. What do you think? Think I could use that? Guess it's worth a try. What is the man all along? The protagonist. Is the man all along? Wait, what? Artindi is the man all along. Oh, okay. I thought you were referencing me and then saying something. Artindi is the man all along. The protagonist. Dope. I like being the protagonist. Is there dust particles for jumping? Yes, and it's in there. It's not super visible. Let me see. You see it? Yeah, little white particles. Oh, it's like, it plays twice. What the heck? That's weird. Yeah, when you walk, you get dust particles, and when you jump. Get out of here. So, I think that sound might work. Let's try that. It's a wave file. Wave files are bigger. They're supposed to be like higher quality though. Download sound. And then we'll open this Audacity. I need to actually move the download sounds. Hang on just a second. I'm going to move the downloads to a new folder in my music folder. New, hang on. I can't do it on screen just in case. Just in case there's sensitive material. Let's see. Cost sounds. And then we'll download them into there. There. Got it right here. Played it. Let's rename it to Footstep. And then we'll open it in Audacity. Skip. No updates today. Open. We'll go to somewhere. This PC. Music. Cost sounds. Footstep. We're going to cut all this extra meat off so I don't have it getting in the way. Kind of has a double ring to it. You hear that? It's like ba-ba. I wonder if it'd be better with just that. Footstep kind of sounds like mouse clicking, not gonna lie. Is it better now with just that? I think that's because the sound is the foot touching the ground and then the foot lifting off from the ground. Oh, maybe. Sensitive material. No, it's just my files. I might have things that could reveal components of my identity. I don't think I even do. I've opened my files frequently on stream before, but you never know if I have something on here that would be like, oh yeah, here's my tax info. You know what I mean? So especially my downloads folder, because I might have downloaded things for paying bills or for other sensitive material. That's the best way to phrase it, sensitive material. I don't think there is though, but you never know. So better safe than sorry. Artindi, what is your password? Is it? Oh, you nailed it. Yep, that's my password. I'm not telling you my password. My goodness. Oh yeah, it says. Oh yeah, it says 9 now. It says 9. Oh, 9. It says 8. There's 8 concurrent viewers. Actually, I have it in 2 different spots. I'll show you. It says 8 concurrent viewers here, but here it says 7 concurrent viewers. Here's my views. Total 98 people have joined. Oh, 99 people have joined. Welcome, whoever just joined. They literally just joined 2 seconds ago. How's it going? Welcome for joining. And then I am signed into chat. You silly. Hi. There's a spot somewhere where you can see, let's see, viewer activity. Is that what it is? No super. Oh, is that what it is? Because if you hit that little button, I don't have it appear on mine. I think I turned it off. Yeah, I turned it off. There's this little like icon, reaction icon right here, where if you click it, it counts them, and it keeps a record of where they are somewhere. But maybe it only shows it after the stream is over. But yeah. That was me getting distracted, Mister. We are working on adding sound effects. Right now we're adding a foot sound effect. And I think that's what we're going to go with. So let's export it. And I'm going to export it as an MP3, not as a WAV file. Because MP3s are smaller. So Let's see, we're going to browse where we're going to put it though. I'm going to put it back into cost sounds. New folder. Cost. Well, I don't know. Maybe I should just export it straight into the game. Let's do that. Documents. Cost. Let's make a new folder here. New folder. Sound. FX. So, depending on how you organize your files in your game, I've seen a couple different ways. Sometimes people will organize them like, here's all the sprites, here's all the sound effects, here's all the code, right? And they'll put them in sections like that. Other ways I've seen it done is they'll group things with those things. I could put all the sound effects just in the sound effects folder, but I think it might be better for me to put the appropriate things in the folder with the appropriate things. So here's like all the different enemies, all the canon sound effects I could put in the canon folder. I think that'd be a little bit better organized in my opinion. So we'll put general sound effects as well as player sound effects in sound effects. But if it gets specific to the enemies or the end screen or things like that, then we'll put it in that folder. Otherwise, anything that would fit in here or is more general, we'll put all in this folder. That's the decision I just made just now. Organize files? That's for nerds. I just throw files everywhere as long as it works. Yeah, my files kind of suck, but I try. At least I try. Export, and it's done already. So the sound is now in the game. My goodness. So let's add it in here. Add child node. I forgot what it's called. Audio control, audio listener. No, it's an audio stream player. There it is. Audio stream player. And 2D. So if it was just a regular audio stream player, I think, at least this is how it was in Godot 3. If it's just a regular audio stream player, it'll just play the sound. Audio stream player 2D, though, will change its volume based on how close it is to the center of the screen. And you can adjust that with this, I think it's with this one, the attenuation. So you can make it so the sound will be quieter the further it is from the center of the camera. But yeah, let's add this. We're going to call this walking. And let's add the footsteps. Should be footsteps sound right there. Boom. I haven't added sound in a long time, so let's see if I can remember how to do this. Let's see what if I play it. There we go. Okay. If I go over here, is it going to sound different? A little bit. If we change this, or does it have to be this way? Yeah, can you guys hear that as well? It's more to the left side. Do you guys have headphones in? And does that come across the stream? Bro, if I download a game and it downloads to C or desktop, I'm getting a refund. I don't know, you get to decide where it downloads to. I don't control that. Isn't there a way to search for files anyways? Yeah, there is. It's right here. I literally searched for it anyways, but I don't know. It could be helpful to keep it organized, especially if you forget the name of the file. Okay, the sound is in there. We just actually have to activate it when the player's moving. Let's look at the code. I believe the movement code in this is really simple. Let's turn the music back on. There we go. That feels less dry. Feels less stuffy up in here. KSI, new song for endings. 9. Ending credits plays a KSI new song. I'm going to pass on that. How to fail at file organization. Oh, there's many ways to fail at that. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit. Here it is. If ability speed equals true, velocity, input direction, speed, jump speed, extra speed. Else, if ability speed does not equal true, move. And that's it. So I think what I have to do is check to see if velocity does not equal 0. So I could actually put it right here because velocity doesn't equal 0. So dust emitting equals true. So we can just stick it in right here. If, let's see, if, what's the walking, I need to add more to that so we can identify what it is. Walking sound. There. If walking sound dot playing equals false, because we don't want it to play every frame. I need 2 equals there. If it equals false, means it's stopped playing or it's not playing at all, but you are walking, because velocity isn't equal to true, then we want to play the sound. Walking sound dot play. I think that's all we have to do. Let's find out. Bro doesn't know what exclamation is in programming. Wow, it's working. It's just a really short sound, so we do need a bit of space. We do need that empty space that we had on there. His feet really pitter patter. Y equals false. Let's see. Where's that code? If velocity equals false. I like to. This is just a me thing. Another way you could do this for those who are unaware is you could do that, which basically just is also comparing it to false. It's just if not walking sound dot playing. So if the sound isn't playing, then do that. Which it's a lot shorter, I suppose, but just for readability, I like to type out the whole thing. It helps avoid errors later on. At least initially when you're first writing it out, I definitely like to type that, but I often don't go back and fix it anyway. But you could fix it later. But if you type everything that you mean out all the way completely, then it helps you avoid bugs and errors later on. So it's just something that I'm in the habit of. If anytime I'm comparing something, I'll write everything out. Also, I'll do that when I'm adding stuff. Sometimes instead of writing plus equals when I'm assigning, instead of writing plus equals whatever value, I'll write the value equals the value plus the new value instead of doing plus equals. I don't always do that because plus equals pretty much does it, but just so that I am not making any mistakes, I'll write out exactly what I mean in a as human way as possible. So yeah. Another thing, when you're doing comparisons in Godot, there's or it's not comparisons, but when you're doing, like, you could do this. This is and. Where is it? Right here. If you need to make 2 comparisons. So if velocity doesn't equal 0, and let's say you also want to do this comparison at the same time, then you could do that. But in Godot, you could write and it works. And so often I'll decide to do that because it's more readable rather than doing the classic method of code, which is that. Same thing with or. So, fun facts. Artindi, what's your time zone? 3:45 is what time it is, right? Oh, I just turned off. I just unplugged my microphone. Hang on, I gotta grab it. Grab my microphone. Or not my microphone, my headset. I accidentally unplugged my headset. I can't hear nothing. I know the music's still playing, but I can't hear it. Where'd it go? Okay, we're back. Close one. The world was ending. Okay, let's adjust that. Let's add a little bit of time to the end of that thing here. I wonder, could I just Control Z and then remove the part that I don't like? And this would give us 1 second between steps. But that's too long. Let's do like 0.7 seconds between steps. That still might be too long. Let's do a half second. Let's try that. Why? There we go. Export. Replace it. There we go, it's replaced, and we'll try it again. With the space. Calgary, Canada, or something, or somewhere there. What do you guys think? Let's turn the music off so we can hear it better. Is it too much space between steps now? It sounds more like a clock or something. I think there's too much gap between sound. Let me cut it out a little bit. We'll go down to 0.3. Maybe that's too much, but we'll find out. Export. Yes, and here we go. Sounds good. He likes it. I felt like there's too much space between steps, but maybe it's fine. Yeah, I think that's a little better. Especially giving the speed that he bounces at. We can't hear you. Huh, that's strange. Oh, you can't hear me? Oh, he can hear me? Is it just you, Kumbert? Plug in your mic. My mic should be fine, right? Actually, I can see it here. Yeah, it's fine. It's just the desktop audio is turned off because there's literally nothing making sound because we haven't added sound effects yet, except for this footstep sound. Let's see. Can you hear it? I can turn it up. Oh. There, footstep sound effect. And the sound's always going to be the same intensity because the camera's always going to be right on the player. So it's actually not terribly important that we have the 2D audio player because it's right there. But if the player could move like this, then it would matter. But it doesn't. When we add sounds to the robots, we'll definitely be able to hear it from on the left and right stereos. Are you saying something? We aren't hearing you talk right now. Oh, really? You guys pulling my leg? I can. I can, baby. Okay, tell the truth. Pull, can you hear me? We're gonna do that. Start a pull. Can you hear me? Doing a pull. We can, don't listen to haters. Exclamation, 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 1, 1, exclamation, 1, 1, exclamation, 1. Dang, I thought I could drag it out for longer. Well, the poll says 57% yes, so turn up volume. So there's no sound. I can turn the music back on. There. But there's literally no... I'll turn that down a little bit, actually. There's no sound except for the player's footsteps, which are now like in the game. So that's kind of cool. I think we need a different sound for when he jumps, though, because maybe when he jumps, the footsteps should like stutter more. I'll have to play around with that. Okay, what's next? What sound should we do next? Artindi, make your voice quieter. I can't hear the music. Fair. How's this? Is that... Actually, I can turn it up. Can you hear me still? Can you hear me? I'm really far away. Can you hear me? I thought I could make you think you were going insane. It was a good try. It's a good try. But yeah, top tier gaslighting. That almost worked. But that's just because I care about the viewers. I care about viewers like you. And so when someone tells me that the audio isn't coming through, I take it seriously. That's customer service for you. Well, I'm gonna leave now. Oh, okay. Awesome, Dude XX. I'll catch you later. Thanks for joining the stream, and on all that jazz. See you later. Okay, next sound effect. Let's add at least 2 more before we end the stream. We've been going, what, for an hour and a half now? Usually by an hour and a half, I'm starting to be like, ugh, I need to stop streaming. I'm too much of an introvert. Okay, let's see. What are we doing? We could do the attack sound. That'd be fun. Let's do the sword attack sound. Executive decision. I asked you what we should add, but nobody said anything, so that's what we're doing now. So here's the question. Should it be more like a laser sword or more like a metal sword? What do you guys think? Maybe I'll end the poll and start a new poll. Or no, we'll just see if you guys say anything. The reason the lightsaber was such a cool sound is because at the time of science fiction movies, most science fiction weapons were extremely high-pitched. Like they were like, pew, pow, pew. But then the lightsaber had that, which was totally different. Like it just was so new that it became quite the sensation. It's still one of the most famous science fiction weapons sounds ever. So the question is, what kind of sound should I make for this weapon? Because it's not really a metal sword. We could have some metallic sounds to it, but it should have a sci-fi aspect as well. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I think you should do the sword sound. Yes, he agrees. Sword sound it is. I did turn my own... Yeah, I did turn myself back up. All right. If we're doing the sword sound, again... What do you think it should be? Should it be let's just like look things up. Maybe we'll find something that will just work good. Sci-fi. How do you spell sci-fi? Is it like sci-fi? Sci-fi. Sci-fi? I can never remember how to spell sci-fi. Is that close enough? Sci-fi gun. Oh, that was loud. That hurt. My ears. Can we use this? That's kind of a cool sound. We could combine that with something else. Or like just the very tail end of this. Could play after the sword sound, like in combination with it. So you'd hear whatever sound it makes, and then you'd hear this trailing off each time you attack. That could be cool. You can't spell sci-fi? No, I can't. I guess there's a C. That makes sense because it's the word science. Sci-fi. Fail. Oh, we lost that sound. Okay, maybe it's not important. I guess we didn't need it. Weird. That'll be the sound of the sword. It'll be like an 80s sci-fi movie. Or 60s sci-fi movie. Make that sound the song you hear when you start the game. Make that sound the song you hear when you start the game. Pay Kevin MacLeod full album on Noob. Nah, we tried that and it's bad.
19175.
Weird. I think we're gonna have to take several sounds and combine them into one. You gotta redo the poll. This one wasn't quite spelt right. It doesn't count. Okay, I wrote Cam. Cam, you hear me? Cam, you hear me? That's a weird sound. Let's see, sci-fi sword. That's how you pronounce it. It's sword. I draw my sword. Laser sword, turn off. Let's try it. Okay, it's just a lightsaber. Like. Ooh. Some punch. Ow, my ears. See, there's a lot of variety here. And that's one of the other things with sound effects. You don't want to play the same sound over and over and over and over again. It's kind of satisfying the range of sound you have. We could have this. Let's try this. Let's try one of these. Download. Download that sound. And we're going to combine it with... I kind of want like a ringing sound effect, like maybe a chime. Yeah, we'll combine it with this last sound. See how many people will be like, no, not the Metro. Nope. Needs to be more of a constant. Oh, these all suck. Add the webcam so we can hear you. I don't have a webcam. Like physically, I don't have a webcam. What if he added the Taco Bell sound? The Taco Bell bell. Bong! We can hear you, but I don't know if we can hear you. Still going, oh, that's kind of cool. Let's take it. Let's try it out. Download that. Okay. And then let's just look up sword so that we can get that some level of a normal sword sound. Nope. 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 These are just like metal clicks. I need a sword slink. A shing, that's what it's called. No, that's not a shing. What are you talking about? That's not bad, but it's not good either. I spent a week doing this once for Voidtine. That's not bad either, actually. Let's try that. Sword slice 14. We need something that's a little bit more impactful, I think. Let's do... I'm just gonna look up bang. Snare, bang, bang one. Is it? Can't be too deep, but it has to have some... Oh, we should do like electric bang. only one result. Oh, I did eclectic. We need electric with an R. Almost. Nope. This is why indie devs don't add a lot of sounds to their game, because because it's such a pain in the neck. It takes so long. That's kind of a cool sound. Thunder. Nope. I literally spent a week doing this for Void Titan. It's a pain in the neck. This is the closest one. It's an electric paralysis bomb. That's what those sound like. Electric guitar string pluck noise. Interesting. Electric shock. Let's try that. Nope. Actually, the first part of that sound wasn't too bad. Let's download this one. We might be able to use parts of it. I feel like we really need to put some effort into this sword sound because it's going to be like the sound you hear the most, you know? Look up $30 website sound. $30 website sounds. I don't got money. Forge a sword yourself. I'll just make a futuristic sword weapon from the future and record the sound. That's not bad. Let's try that too. Okay, let's start with this. Let's try out the sounds that we've... sorry, I can't donate. Let's try the sounds that we've got so far and see what we can make. So, nope, don't save. Audacity. Okay, let me quick move all those files over from downloads to the appropriate folder. We got 4 of them. I'm going to go ahead and stick them into the cost sound effects folder here. Where'd it go? There we go. There, got them in here. I haven't titled them, which I might regret later, but here we go. File, open, what's this one? Okay, and we're gonna open this one. No. Okay, let's copy this. Over to the first one. Tracks, add new stereo track. Let's open up the other ones. Interesting. Let's open up the last one. I don't know if this is going to work at all. Sometimes you'll add all these sounds and play around with them for hours and then just throw it all away. Add new stereo track and plop that in there. Did it not plop it in? Oh, it's short. I don't know. What do you guys think? Would that work for the sword? Look up $30 website. I love $30. Oh, what is it? Okay. $30 website. What? Coombert, why do you waste my time? A lot of fun. Oh, play back. All those sound effects. What just happened to the background? Just heard a door. Yeah, that's I think that's my front door. Opening and closing as people come and go as they please. It's probably strangers coming to steal stuff. That's okay. I'm streaming. I'm busy. I can't deal with that now. I don't know if I'm in love with it. What's making that high pitched sound? Is it this one or is it? Yeah, it's this one, isn't it? So if we don't have that, I don't know if I love this double beat either. Actually, can I split this? I'm gonna delete that side. That's better. So this has an echoey sound in the background. Can you hear that? Makes it sound like it's in an empty room. Which also makes it so that you can hear when the sound ends more than other sounds. And so when it's without it, the sound just sounds like a sound. But with it, it sounds like the sound ends and it was recorded in your basement. So I think this sound is not going to be helpful unless we take the end half of it and fade it out. Fade out. That way it will be totally silent before it even gets to the end. That's way better. I don't know if I love it still. It might be too high pitched. But let's export it and see. Sword. And we might need to change the sound too based on the level of the sword, like how long it is and things. Export. Artindi, you have virus. What just happened to the background? I just heard a door. I have a virus. Do I? Have your wife deal with the strangers then? Yeah, I gave her the gun. She'll take care of them. Put the game .executable on the desktop, game graphics in C assets, and the game sound and text in the game directory. If the game can't find the files, make the game display a cryptic error. That's a good idea. That's how games should be made. I know because that's how AAA games do that. So, you know, and they set the standards. Okay, got the file in here. Let's add the sound right here where it belongs. Add child node, audio stream player, sword, and this is going to be let's look it up here. Sword sound right there, and we're going to actually name this to sword sound. And then, where is it activated in the code? It's gotta be in here somewhere, right? It's under attack. Yeah, right here. Attack X ready body sprites. That sword dot play swipe sword. So I could play that here, probably. My kid is having a hard day. Sword sound dot play. Let's try it. Oh wait, let's hear what it sounds like here though first. Let's see. Okay, but another thing we could do is we could change the pitch scale, which could make it a little deeper. Bring it down a little bit. Let's go down to like half. That's kind of cool. Your house sounds like it's having a great time. Yes, a whole party is going on. It could be that somebody stepped on somebody else's toes, which can make people cry. Especially if they're wearing shoes. That's a weird... Interesting. You can change the volume as well. What if I went to like 2? It's gonna be way too long, but... Yeah, it sounds way too broken. We could also increase it by doing like 1.2. It's like really fast now. So here's the default. Here's what it was. We could do like 1.5, make it like 50% faster. Boy, I almost kind of like that better. Let's put it back at 1 and give it a try. See how it works. The code should work. It should make the sound when you swing the sword. Interesting. I don't know if I love it. Is it just too high pitched, maybe? What do you guys think? I need feedback. I think the sound could get annoying really fast, actually. Especially since you play the sound like all the time. Yeah, I'm not in love with it. It's too harsh. I think we need something that's a little more... Like, I feel like it needs impact, but that's just too grinding. No feedback from hitting enemies. Yeah, that's going to be a separate sound. So we're just trying to get the sound for, like, just swinging the sword. The robot smoke looks more like dust than the dust. Yeah, you're probably right. Maybe the dust needs to be a little bit less white. Is it just... What needs to change? More of a whoosh? Yeah, does it need more whoosh sound? Let's see. Maybe we can adjust that here too, actually. Because which one was it? Is that the sound that makes it sound just not quite right? Yeah, see, there's a lot of impact there, but I think you're right. I think we need a little bit more of like a whoosh sound. I wonder if we can just look up a whoosh. Would that work? Like just the end of this? Look up $15 bill. No. Compose sequence, unsheath, air cut, strike, or some such. I imagine the weapon is almost just like a thing on his arm. So he just like swings his arm and then... So there's no unsheathing because the weapon just doesn't exist. Like when he falls over, you don't see a weapon. So it's more of a weapon that's apparating or appearing. But how's it going, Biophilus? Yeah. Biophilus? Biophilis? Close enough. I tried. I did my best, I swear. Yeah, but there is no unsheathing. It's literally just like the weapon, like, whew, you know. And there will be an additional sound when you collide with an enemy, so we'll get that impact. But right now we're just trying to make the sound for just a regular sword attack. It's a little too airy. It's got some low pass to it. It's like really deep. You feel it in like your your gut. It would add some weight to it, I think. We're gonna just download it, and then we can have the option of using it. Download. And then whoosh glitched. Nope. Maybe just one of these. Is that too similar to the one that we just... That one's really deep. Is that the right kind of whoosh? What if you drew yourself at a computer in your how to fail style and pretended that's a webcam? Oh wait, that's a VTuber. Never. I mean, I could, but I'd have to figure out actually how to do that. That sounds like the same one that we just downloaded. This one's definitely deeper though. Let's try this. Let's try that one. Let's find one more. No. It's a space whoosh. No thanks. Well, that's weird. It's going back and forth on the stereo. Pitch bend to high frequency. Are you saying like just take a sound and then pitch bend it? That one sounds really good. Hopefully it's one that I downloaded that you're talking about. Swoop. We can't hear you. A nice try. Add the cam. You guys still making fun of me for that typo. Some static sound. That mic could be cool, just like at the end there. Let's try that. We'll take the end of that sound. And long whoosh glitchy, that's the one we just got. Whooshies. Those are some nice whoosh sounds actually. High quality whoosh. Interesting. Let's download this one too, just in case. Okay, let me move those over real quick. I've downloaded how many? 3 additional sounds. They're all whooshes. Okay, let's go for it. File open. Let's see. Whoosh, whooshing, whoosh low. Let's take the low whoosh first. 'Cause that's pretty cool. File, open. Nope, I need a new track. Add a track. Nice try. Dang, Artindi. No need to call us out like that then. Yep, get body you like, then try to speed it up and sound quick cutting. Yeah. Yeah. There was one where I was like, I might could just take because it was kind of a longer sound. It was like kind of a hum. And I could just cut it to the length I need and then like fade it in and fade it out and make it sound like a whoosh, like basically make my own whoosh. But some of these, if they're too high pitched or too low pitched, I could try pitch bending them. Sometimes the results are weird though, because I'm not like I'm not a sound engineer by any means, and so it can come out a little weird What's that? Beep, 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 beep. What the heck? Why is it doing that? Did I break something? Why is it? Why is it doing that? Hey, Deeble, how's it going? What the heck? Why is it making a beeping? If I play anything before 0.35 seconds, then it gives me a random beeping after. Oh, what? Bro, why is my great grandmom's heart monitor beeping so fast? She needs to not connect that to Wi-Fi because it's obviously streaming my stream or something, and the sounds are making it. Why? Why is it doing that? What the heck? Is it because of this? No, because if I move it, watch, it's still gonna. Did it get corrupted or something? Looping that orphan sound to the right, bottom right. This sound, oh, is it looping it? Oh, did I set it to loop or something? How did I set it to loop? Did I misclick? I'll mute it. Oh, I set something to, I set something to loop for sure. But only if I play it before right here. Did I break it? Here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna close the whole thing and then open a new instance. And then import all the sounds. I still have them open, so it won't be that hard. Bro is not sleeking. I'm just guessing. No, I think you're onto something. I think I misclicked and added some sort of weird loop or something, but why isn't my instance opening? That's like, I am open. All right, well, yeah, we'll just use this. Why not? Let's start it like here. What was the only one? Sword slice, we don't need that one. I think it was this one. Let's go copy that. Sad thing is we gotta like do a lot of it over again. Recent tracks. I'm gonna add a few stereo tracks just right away. And then okay, and we'll put that one in here. File. Oh, and then the rest I should already have open actually. So there's that beep. Put that in right here. And then we have the, what is this one? We don't need that one. I think we're not using that one. But this one we'll take. Put it in right here. Okay, now we can actually like listen to it. Okay, and this sound was just adding some like weight to it, which I think it does. Let's try to add another one of those whooshes and see if we can get one of those to work. So I did the deep whoosh. We got digital whooshes and then a whoosh low. Let's try the digital whooshes. Okay, these are kind of cool because they all sound the same, and I could just like use a different one on 3 different sound effects. Let's try this one. And that way I can have some variety with the sword swing, so it's not the same sound every time, but still almost the same sound. So where'd my track go? There it is. Okay, I'm gonna turn, let's see, is it this one? Or is it this one that has that? Interesting. I'm going to turn this one down a little bit, as well as this one. It does have kind of 2 impacts as like a double impact because they're playing at different times. So let me cut out some of this here. Yeah, that's a little better. And something's clipping. Oh, because I'm not playing the whole sound. Okay, we need it to stop like after, because the swing speed is pretty fast. So we're going to have to stop it here, but we'll have to fade it out so we don't get that click. Hear that click when it ends? So we're going to fade this out. Fade out. There we go. It's almost the same sound though. But let's see. Put the sound in downloads, game directory, in documents, games, the text in game directory, the graphics and program files, Artindi cost assets, and the game executable in Steam apps, common cost.executable. Is that actually where they'd normally go, though? Even if the game isn't distributed via Steam. That's a good idea. Yeah, this is a much higher pitched sound. Let's see what it sounds like with that lower pitch sound. Let's export it real quick and plug it in and see how it goes. Export audio. And we're gonna name it Sword 2 or Sword Alt for now. Now we'll name it Sword Deeper. That way it's a little easier to identify. Sword Deeper. It's almost the same sound, just a little deeper. And export. And then we'll try swapping sounds out. Oh, where'd it go? And we'll see if that feels a little bit better. Let's try it. What is the child doing? I'm not sure. He's talking behind a closed door, so I'm here about as much as you do. That does feel better, though, actually. I think that the depth of it is a little bit more satisfying. It's better than it was. What do you guys think? I feel like it could still be better, but it could still be improved, but it's better than what we had before by like a lot. And then all we did is add some like bass to it more than anything. And what's nice, actually, okay, we got to experiment with this right now before we end the stream. We're going on 2 hours, but we got time. Really need a metal crunch on the robots being damaged, unless you only have the swords. Yes, once we add the sound of the enemies getting hit, I think it will feel really good. Right now, it's just the sword swinging, which we need the sword without hitting enemies as well. But once you're hitting the enemies too, I feel like it'll really give it some impact. Perhaps add some randomness to the pitch. Just got here. Don't know if that works. I think it does help actually, adding a bit of randomness to the pitch. Before we do that though, we're gonna add. We're gonna take some of these alternate sounds. So here's the sound that we just used. And this sound here has some variety, right? So that's what we have in there. Maybe that's not enough, like, because there's so many other components in here, like this one. I think this was the majority of it. Maybe not. But that bottom sound, we have multiple versions of it here. So I took that one, which is this. But now we could take like this one, or this one, and we can get a little bit of variety. So let's try that. I'm going to copy that one and stick it in the place of this one. Actually, I'm just going to delete that one because we can always grab it again. Let's cut off a little bit of this so it's more there. I think that's already going to sound different. So let's export that to just a slightly different name. We're going to name it Sword Deeper 2, and then export. And then we're going to do one more. So I'm going to get rid of that and pull one more different one. Let's see, we did that one, and let's find one that's a little bit more distinct. That one's pretty different. Let's put that one in. And we'll have potentially 3 different sounds, at least slightly. Export audio. Name it 3. Export. Wrong thing. Hang on. Okay, and then we're just going to duplicate this, but then add the different sounds. And we got Sword Deeper 2, Sword Deeper 3, and then we're going to add a function to play the sword sound. Play sword sound. This way we can randomize it with a random. See if I can do it from memory. I was trying to see if I had it down there. So we're going to call a variable, and it'll be sound equals RNG dot Randy range. No, it's Randy range, and it'll be a range between 1 and 3. Does that work? Oh, RNG not declared. Oh, I've never declared RNG in the player script. Interesting. I believe the RNG is in it's in the course for sure. Here we go. Copy paste that right in there. And then we'll do if sound equals 1. Then we'll play one of the sounds, which we just barely have it right here. And then we just do that 3 times. elif and elif, and then if we got 2 or 3. So the randomizer is going to be like, all right, pick a number between 1 and 3. If the number's 1, we're going to play this sound. If it's 2, we're going to play a different sound, and so on. So I just have to change these to 2 and 3 like that. And that should play the different sounds. Let's try it. Plug in your microscope. Today I don't hear voice noises. I need my microscope going so we can see those small noises. You're speaking voice. Wait, what? You're speaking voice noises. I don't understand you. Okay, we're gonna. Oh, there's no sound now. Oh, that's because I have to actually call the sword sound function. Whoops. So play sword sound does need to be right here. There we go. That's kind of important. And let's see if we get 3 different sounds. We'll see how distinct they are. I don't know if they're going to be different enough for it to be noticeable, but we'll try. They're like barely slightly different. So here's what I could also do. Someone pointed out you can adjust the pitch. We're going to go to sound 2 and we're going to make this pitch 0.9. And we're going to make sound 3 1.1. Actually, let's do 1.2. Let's make the difference a little bit more dramatic, and we'll do 0.8. So now we have that and that. And that will change it hopefully enough for it to really like feel like it's a different sound. That way it's not grinding on you with the same sound every time. Almost sounds like a computer. That's kind of a cool sound. That helped a ton. I always forget to add functions and then try to fix the non-existent issue. Yeah, I do that too. I'll have things that are like really long and I'm like only after, like long time after, be like, I think maybe I should put that in a function. Oh, I died. That's kind of cool. I don't know if I'm in love with that beep now though. It's because it's kind of annoying. So maybe we need to do it without the beep. A metric ton of imperial ton. What? That helped it. Oh, you're talking about how it helped a ton. Too much variance. Too much now, huh? Feels too choppy. Boy, everybody's got an opinion. Y'all can't just say, oh, it's perfect, I love it, let's move on. I think the variation is cool. Yeah, I think variation is good. I'm not in love with the beep, though. People are saying there's too much variance, though. What if you could be right there, actually. Let me try, because we haven't actually heard it. Let's just change it to 0.9 and 1.1. And maybe that will give it some variance, but not so much that it's like dramatic, you know? Here we go. It's less detectable now. Ah, there we go. You feel like it's the appropriate amount? That beep, though, is still annoying. I don't know if I can live with that. You could try to do the airy dom range for the variance. I don't know what that is. Imperial ton, yeah, I think reducing the pitch difference will help a bit. Maybe choose a random number between 0.9 and 1.1 and assign that pitch to the audio. I have done that in the past, but because I have 3 different sounds, then it would have to be assigned to whatever the most recent or whatever audio was picked. I think that works for now, but we could improve it later. It's good, says Ryan. Ryan Pog says it's good, so it's good. Don't you guys question Ryan Pog. Don't you do it. Imperial ton. Oh, I already read that. I like the idea. I made a video, actually, a while back. It was a while ago. for Void Titan, because I did this for Void Titan. Let me see if I could find it on my YouTube channel right here, the Artindi YouTube channel. So boy, it was a little while ago. Right here, I did why your game sound effects suck and a tip to fix it. Let's watch it real quick. Shut up, Bill Gates. No one likes you.
Repetitive and
Ooh, we have to listen to my voice. Okay, here we go.
often in indie games, the sound effects can seem repetitive and stale. One of the main reasons is we frequently use the same sound on things that repeat often. For example, in my current project, while looking for a sound that triggers when I place a block, I found this one. And while it sounds alright, the repetitiveness of the same sound playing over and over and over again kinda hurts your ears. The way many games deal with this is they have a different but similar sound, so the repetitive feel is broken up with the small variations. This is noticeable in Minecraft, where almost every action, including walking, has several similar sound effects that play randomly. Now you could try and find or make sounds that are all distinctly different but similar. This is for sure harder, but definitely better. Or if you're feeling lazy, efficient, then you can just use one sound and adjust its pitch slightly in both directions to make two new sounds. Then just randomize between these three pitches and your sounds will be so much better for it. I hope this tip helps improve your game sounds. Thanks for watching and have a beautiful day.
So after I made this video, it's kind of cool. A lot of people in the comments started coming up with even more efficient solutions. Yeah, look at this guy. He did it in like one line of code. Sound pitch scale equals Randy range. Yeah, look, he just assigned it in one line. Sound dot pitch scale equals rand range 0.8 to 1.3 instead of making additional sounds. And then I think there are people who are like going even more efficient. Could you do an array? Yeah, all the nerds. It brought in a lot of nerds trying to solve the issue in the most efficient way possible. That sounds painful. Artindi make Minecraft from scratch. Randy range. Yeah, that's how I pronounce it. I mean, it's like Randy. It's exactly like, okay. All right. Don't question it. But look, let me show you. I'll prove it to you. Somewhere here. Right here. Randi. How would you pronounce that? It's Randy range. Randi range? Nah, Randy range. It's not Randi range. It's Randy range. Int rand equals. Oh, and then it's wow, I'm spacing. A thing that's really common in coding. Why am I failing so hard? I just read what it is too. Freaking, what's it called? Never mind. It doesn't matter. All right, so this works because I made 3 different sounds, which I think is, honestly, I think that's better. I think making distinct sounds is better than adjusting the pitch. But yeah, but we're also adjusting the pitch on these distinct sounds as well, which is great. I think what we need to do, maybe before we close it, because once I close it, I don't know if I'll be able to open it again, is get rid of this sound. That little beep. You're gone. Yeah, I like it without the beep. It's much better. So we're going to export this as what it is, which is that one. Export. Yes, rewrite it. And we're going to go back through, even though we just did this and it was kind of grindy, we're going to go back through, and that's the sound we used for 3. We're going to find 2 different ones and recreate them, but without the beep sound. So this is the one we just did. So let's find something that's different. That's pretty different. That's even more different. Let's do that one. And we'll replace it here. File, export. We're going to export this one as number 2, overwrite, and we're going to do it one more time with a different one that's different from those two. So we got this one, and we got this one. Now we need something different. Is that different enough, or should we do this one? That one's kind of different. Let's do that one. I think that's one of the ones that we picked before anyway. And you're going right there. Oops. Right there. Export to computer. We're going to export you to number 1. Save. Export. Yes. Now, it'll just update, and hopefully we'll get some even better sound. Rand F range and Rand frange. Yeah, when it's a floating point random number, it's randf. I don't know. I just work here. Okay, let's see. That's so much better without the beep. Oh my goodness, I like it. Unless we just randomly get the same one over and over again. That's nice. And that it's got that deep bass too that was there before, which I think that just is really, it's cool. It's cool. Bro is not a triple A developer. Bro's a triple A battery. That's right. Don't you soon forget it. Rand F range. I made a shorter, more efficient code block in the code channel. Or did ya? Like just now. Saying I should go get it right now? Is that what you're saying? You're saying I should stop the stream, go to my Discord channel, and copy paste your code into my code base? Is that what you're saying? Rand Frangi? Randall range. No, it's Randy range. Please, get his name right. It's quite offensive to not use the name someone was given. In this case, it's Randy. Okay, I dig this sound. That's the only thing we can hear right now, though, and it kind of is jarring. So I think before we keep playing, we need to add other sounds. And potentially reduce the volume of that, but we'll have to adjust volumes after we have most all the sounds in there so we can, get a really good feel for where things should be. Make the sword stop at walls. Yeah, that would be cool, except that's hard, so I might not do that. It'll just be a way it looks for now. Patch Unix time mod 2. Are you using the audio buses yet? I think it is going into that. Let me double check. I think it's just something that you just let's see. Where's that decided? It's here somewhere. Bus. It's on the master bus. I do need to add those in so I can adjust them. Let's see. Is it under project that you add audio buses? Displayed audio buses. Here we go. Default bus layout. What? I might have to look up a tutorial. Yeah, I'll have to look up a tutorial on how to put things under appropriate bus. So the master bus is just all volume overall, but then you have a bus for music, and then you make a bus for sound effects. You can even make different buses for different sound effects. So like, for example, in some games you might want to turn down friendly mobs, especially in Minecraft if you have 6 billion cows, but you still want to be able to hear enemy mobs. So you don't want to turn down all mobs, you just want to turn down enemy or friendly mobs while still being able to hear if a creeper's sneaking up on you, even though they don't make sound when they sneak up on you. So like zombies, I guess. But in this case, I think I'm just going to put all the sound effects into one bus and all the music into one bus because it's not that complex of a game. So yeah. Make an audio bus tutorial yourself. Yeah, I'll have to figure it out first though. So, are you using the audio buses yet? I just read that. Sounds go through buses, and then the buses go through master. Yeah, yeah. Master controls everything, but then the other ones do their own thing. But I don't even have control over master. I just have control over the buses, or I will add control over the buses. Cause why is it? It's breaking down. It's getting all laggy and stuff. It's dying. The stream's still going, right? Look at it. It's like wow, it's just having a hard day. It's like, what did you do to me? Break it down. Dun, 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 dun. I'm gonna get copy struck just for singing it. Crap. My channel. Wow, it's so laggy. It's dying. What happened? Is my computer dying? Saving. That's so weird. Is it catching up yet? I can't even change tabs. It's so... Your stream stopped. It's just still image. Yeah, I don't trust you. Can't touch this. Also, your mic is off, and I can't hear you. All right. Let me try and run it one more time so I can show you what I was talking about. Oh man, it's having a hard day. Wow. My computer just... Oh, there we go. It's just running. All right, so on the main menu right here, you control audio here, and I just have music and sound. So there's no main bus to control. There's no main audio volume. If you want to turn down the music, you got to do that separate from the sound. So you can essentially control both of them, or you can control all the audio, but you have to pull two levers if you want to have them do the same thing. So yeah, that's how it's going to be. Also, there's no save system, so if you turn it down and then you turn off the game and then you run it again, it's going to go back to where it was. Maybe I should add that. Oh really? Did the stream die? Are you guys all in on it now? Can this be done in-game or only before game? Okay, see, why is he still talking to me? I think all y'all's are just crazy. Not for me, the stream's still going. Alright, stream is just for Biophilus now, so I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Is it Felis? Biophilus? Yay, oh, did I get it right? Or is the stream back? I don't know what's going on. I'm so confused. I'm just going to end the stream. Let's see. Can this be done in-game or only before game? Just in-game. Or like you can do it right when you start the game, because when the game starts, you'll be in this menu. But you just have to push this button to turn this on. Wow, it's so laggy. It's crazy. Stream? What stream? Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, if you can't hear me, type 1 in the chat. If you can't hear me, type 1 in the chat. If you are unable to hear my voice, type 1. Yeah, oh look, Deeble's the only one who can't hear me because he typed 2. Oh wait, no. He can't hear. Man. Oh, I can't hear him. I'm gonna push 1. Okay. Anyway, I think we're good. We only added 2 sounds, but check it out. We can come in here and we remove this sound or this thing. Make our to-do list of sound effects a little shorter. Take that one out. And this one. We added 2 sound effects. It's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be like a week-long endeavor. It's gonna be a lot of work to add all the sound effects. Because you saw how much work it was just for the sword. Maybe other things don't need quite as much precision, which we might still need to adjust the sword. But it's gonna take a while. There's a lot of sounds, and this is just a simple game. The biggest lesson we can learn, especially if you are also indie dev, even if your game is really simple, you need more sounds than you think you need. Because originally, just in your mind, you're like, okay, I need about 5 sounds. I need player sound, enemy sound, death sound, attack sound, and winning the game sound. And you're like, 5 sounds, right? And most people just end up adding 5 sounds. You need way more sounds than that to make your game feel immersive and feel like it's real. So, yeah, stuff to consider. A lot of people even skip sound effects for their menu. You need a lot of sound effects for that to make it feel alive, right? But that's where we're going to end the stream. It's been fun. We've been going for 2.5 hours now, and that's more than efficient. We're going to say efficient, not sufficient. Efficient, more than efficient. So thanks everybody for joining the stream and hanging out and helping me find those sweet sound effects. And yeah, I'll catch you probably next week. I don't know. We could do another sound effects stream. I feel like we're running out of streams because the game's almost over. We might hold off until the big stream. It'll be a big stream. If you miss it, you're going to wish you hadn't, because in that stream, we're going to be trying to include everybody in the stream into some sort of credits. So don't miss that one, or you will miss out on being in the game. So yeah, that's what we're doing. All right, but everybody, thank you. I'm gonna catch y'all later, and I'm gonna go drink some water and stop talking because my voice is dying. Bye bye.